Jack London, a radical writer to tell adventure story. 1. Life and family. Jack London, born John Griffith Cheney on January 12, 1876, in San Francisco, California, was one of the most celebrated American writers of his time. His mother, Flora Wellman, was a spiritualist and music teacher, while his biological father, William Cheney, was an astrologer who allegedly abandoned the family before Jack was born. London was later raised by his stepfather, John London, whose surname he adopted. Growing up in poverty, London took on various jobs from a young age, including working in a cannery, as an oyster pirate, and later as a sailor. His early experiences with labor and hardship shaped his worldview and provided material for many of his stories. Determined to escape the cycle of poverty, London became a voracious reader, educating himself at public libraries. He briefly attended the University of California, Berkeley, but financial difficulties forced him to drop out. London's adventurous spirit led him to join the Klondike Gold Rush in 1897. Though he did not strike gold, his experiences in the harsh northern wilderness inspired some of his greatest works. He later traveled extensively, including a journey across the Pacific on his yacht, the Snark. Jack London married twice. His first marriage to Bessie Madern in 1900 produced 2 daughters, but ended in divorce. He later married Charmian Kittredge, who became his lifelong companion and supporter. London's final years were spent on his ranch in Glen Ellen, California, where he pursued his passion for farming and writing. He died on November 22, 1916, at the age of 40, with kidney disease and possible complications from alcoholism contributing to his early death. 2. Main works. Jack London was a prolific writer who produced novels, short stories, essays, and journalism. He is best known for his adventure novels, which explore themes of survival, nature, and the struggle for existence. One of his most famous works is The Call of the Wild, 1903, which tells the story of Buck, a domesticated dog who is thrust into the brutal environment of the Yukon during the Klondike Gold Rush. The novel explores the theme of the survival of the fittest and the primal instincts that emerge in extreme conditions. The Call of the Wild became an immediate success and remains a classic of American literature. Another significant novel is White Fang, 1906, which is a counterpart to The Call of the Wild. While The Call of the Wild follows a domesticated dog returning to its wild roots, White Fang follows a wild wolf dog that becomes domesticated. This novel further explores London's interest in nature versus nurture and the adaptability of animals and humans. London's other notable works include The Sea Wolf, 1904, a psychological adventure novel about a brutal sea captain, Wolf Larsen, and his interactions with a shipwrecked intellectual. The novel delves into themes of power, individualism, and existential struggle. London also ventured into social criticism with The Iron Heel, 1908, a dystopian novel that presents an imagined future where an oligarchic government oppresses the working class. This work reflected his socialist beliefs and was one of the earliest examples of dystopian fiction. Other significant works include Martin Eden, 1909, a semi-autobiographical novel that explores the journey of a struggling writer, and John Barleycorn, 1913, a memoir that candidly discusses London's relationship with alcohol. 3. Anecdotes and controversies. Jack London's adventurous life provided numerous fascinating stories. One such anecdote involves his time as an oyster pirate in San Francisco Bay. London stole oysters from private beds and sold them for profit, but he later switched sides and became a member of the California Fish Patrol, catching other oyster pirates. These experiences influenced his early writing. London's passion for the sea was another defining aspect of his life. In 1907, he set sail on a self-funded voyage aboard his yacht, the Snark, with his wife, Charmian. The journey was meant to last 7 years, but was cut short after 2 due to illness and financial difficulties. Despite its premature end, the voyage provided material for his book The Cruise of the Snark, 1911. Jack London's books are not without controversy. One of the most significant criticisms revolves around accusations of racism in some of his works. While London admired the strength and resilience of indigenous and non-white characters in some stories, he also expressed white supremacist views in certain writings and personal letters. His views on race remain a debated topic among scholars. Additionally, London was a vocal socialist. He advocated for workers' rights and social justice, but his radical beliefs made him a controversial figure in early 20th century America. His novel The Iron Heel explicitly portrays a socialist uprising against a repressive oligarchy, reflecting his political ideology. London was also accused of plagiarism. Some critics have claimed that he borrowed heavily from earlier works, notably The Call of the Wild, which is similar to Egerton R. Young's My Dogs in the Northland. While London openly acknowledged the influence of other writers, the extent of his borrowing remains debated. For conclusion, Jack London remains one of the most influential American writers, known for his vivid storytelling, adventurous themes, and exploration of human and animal resilience. His works continue to be widely read and studied, offering insights into the struggles of survival and the relationship between civilization and nature. Despite controversies surrounding his personal views and writing practices, his contributions to literature and adventure storytelling are undeniable. His life, marked by bold exploration and relentless ambition, mirrors the themes of struggle and perseverance found in his stories, ensuring his place in literary history.